Alright. I guess they were going to ride this one into the ground and show the same intro until they moved on to the PS2 demo disc. So, moving on with their weird fish. Disney's Aladdin in the Sarah's Revenge? Now, I'm guessing this is based on... Oh, it's a video. The first thing that popped up was a video? So this is the Disney Aladdin movie, which I didn't like. And I don't remember even being aware of this game. So we got a platformer. I mean, I guess it looks alright. But, you know, who cares? What is that, a centaur? You're fighting a centaur skeleton? It's got 2 rib cages. That's weird. Nasera's Revenge? Alright. Well, that happened. Dark Cloud. Oh, it's a PS2 game. Oh, you know, I mean, this game is a little simplistic. But when I got it, I loved it. Dark Cloud 2 was supposedly better, but I don't think I played that. But the first one, I mean, it had a dungeon crawling aspect. And that's what you spent most of your time doing. And it was a little simplistic. I mean, procedurally generated dungeons. And you go and you crawl around through there. And you look for parts of the towns. Now, the cool part about it was you could go and rebuild the town in any way that you really wanted. Now, there was certain things you were supposed to do. Like one person wants to be sitting next to a lake, and another person wants to be sitting next to a cave, another person wants to be sitting next to another person, their house put next to another person's. But once you did that, you could rearrange everything any way you wanted. So it was a cool way of like building your own town in a way. One of the cool things the PS2 allowed people to do, it wasn't a gameplay feature you saw utilized a lot going forward, but I mean, it gave you kind of a cool glimpse on what the PS2 could do. Grind session. Oh, okay. Alright, this is one we've had a demo of before, at least I think we have. Another skateboarding game. Of course, any skateboarding game that's not Tony Hawk is not worth your time. So let's get in on this. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to be able to see the trucks anyway, so why are you even giving me a choice? With a lot of menus to jump through. Just let me play the damn game. Ah, my God, the licensed soundtrack. I hate the licensed soundtracks on these because a lot of them, because it gets my videos flagged for copyright infringement. I'll have to mute this. I'm hoping that I'm saving these on separate audio tracks so I don't have to have the audio track in there. Anyway, I've broken this guy's leg a bunch of times. Hey, he survived that. It's not Tony Hawk. I mean, it's not bad. This game doesn't come across as bad. And had this happened before Tony Hawk, maybe I would have a better opinion of it. But it's not. And, well, moving on. Klaus, that's the name of the fish on... Wow, that was months ago. I was wondering about that. The fish on American Dad, his name is Klaus. Hot Shots Golf 2. I definitely played this demo also. That is unfortunate. We're at the end. I mean, folks, we're at the end of the PlayStation 1 era. The PS2 is about to take over. So you're just seeing a lot of old demos being rehashed because of the PlayStation Classics brand. Nobody, I guess, really wanted to spend a lot of money to advertise or put together demos for PlayStation 1 games when the PlayStation 2 was right around the corner, or maybe it was even out by this point. You know, all the attention is on the new and shiny, so why would anybody want to go and, whoops. Why would anyone want to go put effort into a PlayStation 1 demo? But you know what? Hot Shots Golf 2, it's a PlayStation Classic. The demo is already put together. They just have to load it onto a new disc, and that would be it. Did I make it? Oh, I'm in the rough. 80 yards to go, huh? Dude, what? And I'm at least on the green? No, I'm not. I'm on the rough. Are you kidding me? At least there's no soundtrack here. Never a fan of golfing games. Hot Shots, I guess it's got some charm to it, but alright, that's enough. I'm embarrassing myself. There's got to be something new on this disc. I didn't look it. I didn't check. I never check the disc before I start playing it. I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised. Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis! Oh! Well, this is another classic, but it's definitely not one where I've played the demo in an earlier episode of this series. So, hey, something new. So you had Resident Evil, everybody loved Resident Evil, but Dino Crisis was kind of like the sleeper hit that came in 1999, so it was a year before this demo disc was made. A year before this demo disc, so this was another old demo, and it had not just the 3D characters like you saw in the Resident Evil games, but it had 3D backgrounds. Makes me wonder why, if they were capable of doing this with Dino Crisis, why we never saw a Resident Evil game with 3D environments like that. At least not a real one. I mean, there was like Gun Survivor. I guess there are some drawbacks, like I forget her name. Regina, is it? Here doesn't have that detailed of a model. I mean, it's not particularly worse than like what you saw in Resident Evil 3. But I mean, this is a good looking game for the PlayStation 1, especially one where like you wouldn't normally expect the 3D characters and the 3D models and all that. Dino Crisis is, of course, a game that I've played before, but I haven't spent nearly as much time with it as I have with the Resident Evil games. So, I am lost right now. Ha! Forgot about that. Okay, I remember this demo now. Hold the gun with two hands. This isn't the Old West. Got some slowdown on this. Thought maybe I could pick up that thing, but nope. So Dino Crisis. Okay, put a dinosaur in the intro animation. Awesome. I know that Dino Crisis did persist on for a little while. There was Dino Crisis 2, and then I think there was an Xbox game. that... Okay, so I got my key. There was an Xbox Dino Crisis. But I don't know if they ever, like... I didn't play that, of course. I didn't own an OG Xbox. No need to enter now. I can think of a need. But I think the series sort of fell out of the public attention. Like Resident Evil had a number of successes over the years. Like, as much as people rag on, like, Code Veronica, it was a success. And Resident Evil 4 was a success. Zero and the remake were successes. But you get to Dino Crisis. I don't know if that... Where is my item? Here. I don't know if that Xbox game was a success. I have the key, don't I? Or did I not pick it up? Maybe I didn't pick it up. Oh boy, this is irritating. Nice little touch, though. Not just the door opening, it's the character opening the door. And this sort of semi-cinematic camera that moves with the characters is sort of what you would see in Code Veronica. Okay, I definitely picked it up. I mean, in Code Veronica, for the most part, the camera was static. It would position itself in the corner of a room, and it would rotate around as your character moved. But there was the odd shot here and there where you'd have something like this where it moves to follow. It doesn't just pan around. And that's pretty cool. Both games came out in '99, I believe. So, I guess one really isn't the predecessor for the other. Oh, jeez. Don't get lost. If I get lost, then I'm going to end up giving up. Although there are other demos. There was 3 levels I could select. Oh, okay. Jeez. Oh, shit. You're going to lose that arm. Oh, shit. She's got a damaged animation. Get up, girl. Get up. Nope. You're not gonna? Okay. Oh, she dropped something. Oh, there's 2 of them. Alright. Died. There was another level. I think all of the other demos on this disc are going to end up being repeats. I'm not going to play them much. So, at only 13 minutes... Oh, Klonoa, huh? Let's do Dino Crisis again and try one of those other levels. I'll do Klonoa, but I'm gonna give it a minute. Yep. This wasn't a level I picked before, was it? Nope, it's new. Just dropping you into random sections of the game. Now, I remember looking at this game and thinking it was kind of ugly initially when I first time I played it. And, you know, I don't know what the hell I was smoking. I mean, it is a PS1 game, and there's no getting around that. But I think maybe I might have been unfavorably comparing it to Resident Evil Code Veronica, which was, I mean, for a Dreamcast game anyway, was pretty good looking. Of course, didn't look nearly as good as the later Resident Evil games you'd see in that generation. Either like Resident Evil 0 or Remake or 4 for any of the systems it came out for. Dreamcast wasn't a bad system. It was a touch underpowered, but apparently it was a fairly easy thing to develop for, so they were able to take advantage of its hardware fairly quickly. Oh, okay. There's a dinosaur in here. Whatever. And plus, honestly, being one of the early games of that generation, Code Veronica didn't really need to be incredibly impressive to really wow people. Just really had to look better than this. Oh, all right. Wasn't much to do in that one. All right. Let's move on to Klonoa. I think it's the same game that I'd played before. Door to Phantonomenalsen? I don't know. I don't fucking know. A side-scrolling platformer game. A 2D game in a sense. It's 3D character models, but you're pretty much stuck on a 2D plane. It's one of those games that was like, it was surprisingly good, although it's goofy-ass, yeah. It's goofy-ass art style and music and all that kind of stuff. Oh my god, slow down. Oh, the slowdown. The emulator is not treating this well. But, okay. I'm not going to stick around with this too long. The emulator is not working very well. But, I mean, it wasn't... You didn't see a lot of 2D platformers on the PlayStation 1. People had, for the most part, moved on. 2D games were a thing of the past. That's what you played when you had a Super Nintendo. Why would you continue to play 2D platformers on the PlayStation, the N64, or the Saturn even? So unfortunately, it was a genre which was kind of ignored. Now you saw certain games like this one which managed to sort of skirt the line a little bit. It became not just, whoops, fucked that up. So you have this game, which, for all intents and purposes, is a 2D game, because you're not capable of moving in a 3D environment. The camera moves around like this curve here, but as far as gameplay goes, it's meaningless. I don't know how to get up there. But the fact that they went sort of kind of 3D with it. Okay, that's what I gotta do. The fact that they went kind of 3D with it kind of gives you a little bit of attention that it probably wouldn't have had otherwise. You can't really call it a 3D game, but you can't really call it a 2D game either. So, I remember the first demo of this that I had played on this magazine disc came with another game called Einhander. It was a Squaresoft game. which was another sort of semi-2D-ish kind of thing. But it was sort of like an R-type kind of game. And but it was also a 2D game, but made with 3D graphics. And that was another one of those ones that, like, yeah, it... surprisingly good. Because it managed to take an old-school genre and infused it with an art style and a technology that people would consider modern at the time. Nowadays, people don't have such a strong bias against proper 2D games. Look at, like, Axiom Verge. Axiom Verge looks like a NES game. Kind of looks like an NES game. Very 2D, low-res graphics, all that kind of stuff. Game's awesome, though, and no one really disparages it for looking old. You look at the PlayStation 1, though, not too many 2D platformers, but the few that were around, like, say, I don't know, pull a random one up, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, one of the best games on the console, one of the best games, period. And it had really good hand-drawn animations and all that. It looked great. But the fact that it was 2D sort of made people overlook it a little bit. And I remember, like, reading the old reviews for it. People are like, oh yeah, well, I mean, it's a great game and all, but, you know, it's 2D. Yeah, well, if that game came out today, you'd be saying it was freaking awesome. You wouldn't be disparaging it because of its 2D nature. All right, I've had enough of this. I think that's it, right? There is that last Dino Crisis demo. I mean, it's against my religion to go back and play a demo after I've already moved on. But I'll make an exception for you folks, because we're 22 minutes in. And these videos usually last a touch longer than that. It's really going to suck once I get to that disc. It's got all the Final Fantasy games on it. Because the only demo it actually had was 8. Yeah, Final Fantasy 8. And all of the other ones were videos. One of them was that trailer for that fucking movie. Spirits Within, that's what it was called. Alright, the one in the middle. I didn't play the one in the middle. Kind of hoping this shows the beginning of the game. Because this looks like the beginning of the game. Oh, shit. Nope. Because Regina's voice acted in this, but I'm not hearing her talk. I kind of want to hear what it sounds like, if it was bad or not. I don't know. Are you dead? No. No, you're not dead, but you also have a friend. You know... Oh, shit. Get up, girl. Oh, there's some bullets. Oh, there's more bullets. Oh, she has a shotgun. Oh, God, that's gotta hurt. I like that shit, bro. Get up, bitch. And she's okay. Large size elevator. Ah. Something's in the air. Something's flying. Oh, jeez. You just gonna stay there? Oh, this can't be good. Something to note, though. I think I'm looking at vertex-based animations. Oh, I'm supposed to do something here. Oh, gonna plunk her into the wall. Okay. I'm not seeing what look like multiple separate polygons forming this character model. It looks like I might be looking at vertex-based animations, which is pretty cool because you didn't see a lot of that on the PlayStation 1. I mean, you saw more of it towards the end of its life cycle. Oh, she can walk while aiming the gun. Come on now. Come get some. Ah! Get up. Alright, I don't have... any more pistol animation. So a shotgun is probably not the weapon you want to use for an enemy like this. You know, I tried shooting it. Ah, there you go, I got it. Aha! Let's do this. Bitch. I'll have to look it up, see what the... I think Dino Crisis 2 might have been a PS1 game. I don't know. I might be making that up. Maybe it was a PS2. Who knows? I'm sure somebody knows. I don't... Are you alive again? Oh, great. I'm out of ammo. Time to move, Regina. Yeah, I get it. I'm out of ammo, I think. Hey, there's a door. Ah, blood. Blood splatter. It's always a good sign. It's only begun to coagulate. Without ammo, I'm probably not going to make it through here alive. Really? Just run. This looks important. Good, you shot a wall. Things are agile. Performance is terrible. Pretty sure the original game wasn't anything like that. It's got to be an emulator problem. Oh boy, a puzzle. Alright, you know what? Screw puzzles. I'm not doing a puzzle. Just fire off the last of my shells and then end the episode. Because why should I do anything, you know, constructive?